It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Raider 2.
Check. Kill.
That's right.
Joker.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Slam. Check 37.
No chief.
Deuce.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Squish, double. Mike 52.
Hey, wahoo!
Man up, deep.
Shotgun now for Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson. Touchdown number 15 of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. It's caught. Humphreys. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
First down, Bengals.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
On second down, here's Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Jackson now. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, watch the ball.
Here's a run with Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Raiders take over at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
734. Express.
D-line, get that quarterback. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
52's the mic. Yeah. Wide. Get wide. Watch that.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He gets it to Humphreys. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
I got you.
Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now Jackson. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. It's Mixon on the counter, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 52. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Here's Carr to throw. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
52. Block 52. 52's the mic. You better be afraid of me.
Express.
Afraid of me. Block 52. Here we go. Here we go.
Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch Mike. Watch
180.
Let's go.
Hey, we're good. We're good. 180.
Shit.
A shotgun handoff now to Crowell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
White Monday down.
Check 4. check three, check three.
You draw Corker. Get set.
Rush in.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. Quick feet by Crowell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check. Switch. Switch. Tighten up.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, 7:34.
10. Under 10. 10. Hey, watch this. Watch this.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check hot route. Hot.
12 Bimbo.
Tight dog.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift. Check.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This quarterback now Nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Open man is lost, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Right there, 54 miles. Come on, D!
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them?
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Express.
52. Too little, cut. Hey, Mike 52.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Mixon, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about missing.
Yo. Just playing this MHU game.
Measuring it or making it even close, ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
What'd you say? pretty rough.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll try the right side with Crowell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Yeah.
Express.
Watch Mike. Bring it.
Yeah.
5-2 the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
From the gun, it's Carr.
Oh, look at, and dude, I did the play that
Didn't
always
have a
works.
receiver open downfield, as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet.
And my running back, Jacob, I mean, he's overall 80.
Unable to find anyone open.
He just dropped the ball, dude, and that was like a nice, like, set to pass. And I got to sit here now and go for a field goal.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
You know what? I forgot to look, and he had his team, like, covered when you hide it, like, when I got in there. But his team's what is it? They're 5 and 5.
Bengals drive about to get going. They find
themselves
themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
Yeah, he's having a good year. I think he's 9
because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Once again, they run with Mixon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Division. Dude, they got one guy that's undefeated or hasn't won a game. What? Go tell mom.
And go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Undercrush.
Here's Jackson. Got a man open. It's Ross.
Ooh, there he is. He's gone. The one guy I said I had to watch out for, he did some weird-ass
Bengals
things.
touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Both of his touchdowns, I think they were.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
That was mad weird. That's cool, though.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go. Let it in.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
They're running it.
Now it's Mixon running right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Yeah, I got 7 minutes.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Crowell, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check the out, check the out. Buzz, buzz. 52, Mike, 52. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. He's coming. Express.
This guy's doing a single movement.
Watch the edge.
Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
They run it from the gun with Crowell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Hey, waiter, 2.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Haywood.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, watch the slip.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football.
You got so
Here,
much money.
a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Isaiah Crowell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
To throw is Jackson, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Shit. Watch the shit.
Now Joe Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Open man is Uzama. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Oh, yeah.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now it's Jackson. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Hey, what plays good for screens in general? Is it cover 2? So you run cover 2 man?
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Go.
Back to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I'm coming. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
He's checking.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Came in the end. He went for it on 4th and 9. Nah, I'm still running
The
now.
Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Crowell. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. OP.
On 3rd down, Crowell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
Giving him the ball back.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Oakland.
He had all 3 of his coming in.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
If I lose this,
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
I mean, unless he goes for 2. But he has John Ross, so I already know he's going to be trying to beat. I'm just going to man up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cleveland Farrell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.